I love that intro. This is the David Washington Show. I can play that intro over and over and over again. I love the music. Thank you, Joel, for putting that montage together. We've got another one, another intro, a new one. I'm not playing it yet. I'm not too satisfied with the music because I love the music on this one. Yeah, you should see me. Before the camera turns on, I just get crazy. But anyway, hey, it's the David Washington Show. I'm David Washington. I am your political innovator. I am the host of this show. I am the host of Countertop Politics. Every Monday, you get that secret sauce, that innuendo, that political campaign insight. 5 minutes every Monday of winning strategies. So tune into the Countertop Politics. That's my other show. And of course, I co-host with Joel Hawksley, co-founder of Jay in Washington, our political consulting and marketing business, and also our J&W associates. They will come and also participate and co-host with us. There's Angelina, there's Kendall, there's Dan, there is Kellen, and of course, our producer of Seventh Legion Multimedia, John D. Maria. So, hey, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. So it's October. If you're watching this, it's October 2023. We're in the thick of the election cycle. And as you can see from the title, the Dems got a problem with diversity. Yes, believe it or not, the Democrats, who pride themselves on diversity, have a diversity problem. In a recent interview with Donna Brazil, I actually read this in um, Breitbart, Bart Bright. You know what I'm talking about. I read this article in Breitbart, and it was talking about how the Democrats are having a very difficult time meeting its own metric in regards to diversity amongst its delegates that will show up in Chicago for its political convention next year. I wish I had the article in front of me. I'll put it into the comment section. However, the DNC convention is going to be mighty white, and they're kind of concerned about that. The Dems definitely want to have representation of their voters of America, and because it's the Democrats, they want to lean a little bit more heavy on, overrepresenting based on the population as a whole, but overrepresenting, groups like Asian Americans, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, so forth and so on. And they're having a difficult time meeting those metrics. And, that kind of, leads me to think that there's a bigger issue. And as a black man, born and raised a liberal Democrat from the South Side of Chicago, I can understand that Democrats are losing some of their base. At one time, being in Chicago, I grew up during the latter years, the waning years of the Democratic machine. I heard about, the Daley family, just making sure that patronage was often and fluid, and things got taken care of. You took care of your precinct captains. They were very, very powerful, and they got people to vote, got people involved, got them jobs, so forth and so on. So it was a system that was solid. I mean, the Democrats, they still run Chicago, but not in the way that it used to be run. And even though the Chicago machine was not inclusive, however, it did have its effectiveness. Now, equate that to the problem right now with the Democrats. I believe there were some benefits to the Chicago machine, and I believe there are aspects of the Chicago machine that can be replicated in other areas of the country to create, to build political organizations, particularly the Democratic organization here in Florida. We are lacking. The Democrats are lacking. The Democrats are had are well, it's hard to even imagine to conceive, but there's been an 800,000 voter swing from the Democrats to the Republicans. The Republicans here in Florida hold a 600,000 voter edge over the Democrats. That's hard. That's hard to overcome during election times. And it's very foreboding. And for Democrats, you got some work to do. And if you're not going after the people that get you elected, if you're not getting them registered or even advocating for them visibly, loudly, consistently, if you're not in their communities, very visible, very consistently, you're not going to win elections. I was speaking to a good friend of mine, lifelong Democrat here in Central Florida. And this Democrat told me that they are running for a specific office and they changed their party affiliation from Democrat to non-party affiliation. That's pretty huge. A person who is well established in the community, a huge advocate in the community, a minority, a woman, and just like that. And they were telling me that, when it's time for the Dems to have votes, they'll come, they'll talk and talk that talk. And then when the elections are over and they have your vote, they're gone. And I see that with, parts of the Black community, particularly Black men. Black men are not voting consistently as Black women for Democrats. Election after election, we're seeing more and more Black men decide to, one, vote Republican, vote independent, or just not vote at all. That's eroding the base of Democrats. People just aren't engaged anymore. People see politics as dirty, politicians as corrupt, and not in the way that these are my words, not in the way where as we see in the movies where politicians are paid off and things like that. No, I think the corruption that people talk about come from their feelings, and they talk about a type of corruption where it's not necessarily material corruption, but the corrupt thinking that they're going to, the politician, the elected, the candidate may say the right things. However, when elected, they put aside those promises, they put aside their communities, and they look after themselves. You can look at some communities, whether it's Chicago or Florida, Central Florida, you can look at communities, take a snapshot. I've done that. I've taken a snapshot, a video of a particular neighborhood, a street corner. And now with all the technology we have, you can store your digital photos on your phone, on your laptop, on the cloud, and let it sit there 4 years, 8 years, 12 years. And every year you take a picture of the same neighborhood, the same block, the same street corner. And then you look Nothing's changed. The vacant lot is still there. The abandoned store is still there. There's no economic activity. There's no revitalization of that community. And it's like time lapse. Nothing's changed. And so people are like, why vote if nothing's going to change? Okay, now that was my idea, taking those pictures, whether it's over several years or several months or whatever. That's my idea. I'm going to copyright that idea. However, those communities that the Democrats are seeking to have representation amongst their ranks, they're feeling abandoned. They're feeling left out, unengaged. They're not part of the democratic value system or mission. I don't know. That's what I see. These members who are not showing up, who used to, just don't feel a sense of camaraderie, of common purpose with today's modern Democratic Party. It's a big tent with lots of sections, and everyone goes to their section. In Florida, again, this doesn't bode well. I miss the connectedness of the Chicago machine, and I just don't feel it anymore. Where the Democrats go from here, I don't know. Maybe some of the promises that the president has made about, forgiving student loans, maybe coming through for reparations, maybe investing in Black men, Black male businesses, as well as Black female businesses. Maybe that's what the Black community is looking for in particular, specifically. Where's their investment in the community? Where are the promises that are kept? Where's the crime bill? The George Floyd bill? The George Floyd law? People are getting more and more disconnected as time passes. It's just not the same. With all the advances that we have, we're more disconnected from one another than ever. And in politics, that could prove fatal to a campaign. Democrats, we do have a lot of work ahead of us. Tell me what you think. And I appreciate you watching. Please like, share this video. What I like more is that you comment. Really would love to hear your comments. I personally respond to every comment that I can. The sarcasm is definitely from me most times. So, but hey, at JNW, Jay in Washington, we are your political innovators. We're always thinking of new ways of getting new content to you. And we got some great things coming up. I've always said this. We've got our Informer newsletter, so look for that. And we have some special guests coming up this month into November. So I'm really excited about that. We're in the field a lot because we have our political candidates that we're working with. And I really love what I do. And I hope you enjoy what we have to offer. Again, I'm David Washington. This is the David Washington Show. Take care.